So AMVR have just released version 3 of their facial interface for the Quest 3. It's a pretty big redesign over their previous version and makes it a great all-round replacement for the default facial interface that comes with the Quest 3 out of the box. So we're going to have a look at it and look at all the redesign changes. I'm going to be comparing it also against the previous facial interface that they did, so that you can see the differences between the two and decide whether this is worth getting. Let's get into it. So AMVR did send me this to review, but they're not paying for or sponsoring this video, so you are going to get my honest opinion. So this is the brand new facial interface, and going through the design differences and comparing them against their previous versions. So looking at the top, you'll notice the air vents at the top, it does look slightly different. The facial interface itself is more contoured at the top compared to the previous version, and then the vents inside reveal underneath what is quite a significantly changed air vent system or air vent design. And that redesign helps block out even more light, but it still keeps you cool at the same time. You've also got vents in the side of this new one, so cool air can get into the side of it whilst hot air is coming out the top. That all helps to stop your lenses from fogging up. The nose guard's been redesigned as well. On the previous version there were some issues with the nose guard getting in the way of docking stations, so headsets couldn't charge if they had that particular facial interface on. So they've redesigned the nose guard so it doesn't get in the way of that, so this is going to work with any docking station. The depth adjuster here sees a big change that makes it much more easy to use on the new version. So you've got 2 dials on either side of the facial interface, and they've got 9 different steps for finding the right distance between you and your lenses. So whether you want to get as close to the lenses as you possibly can, or you're wearing glasses and you want to get further back, you can just twist these dials and you can get to that right distance. And they are just super easy to use. If you compare that to how it was done on the previous version, I mean, it was okay. They had 4 different adjustment points and just 3 different positions, so sort of near, medium and far, and so you had to keep changing it in 4 different places, so it was just a little more cumbersome to use. It was okay, but the dials on here just make it so much easier to use, and because you've got 9 positions rather than just the 3 on the previous one, you've got a lot more adjustability to find the right position for you. That I really like as a good design change. I do have a quick tip for putting this on and taking this off your headset. If you're going to put it on, make sure these dials are all the way in, so it's the shortest position when you put it on. And when you take it off, make sure the dials are all the way out, so it's its longest position before you take it off. Just makes it easier to put on and off. Now, this redesign here as a general total package just really helps with light leakage, or the lack of light leakage, because that nose guard works really well, or at least it does on my nose, and the vents at the top let in no light, like at all. The only way I could get any light possibly maybe coming in is here, just. But that largely also depends on the position of the headset on my face. Like if I get it there, I can see light. If I put it down there, now I can't. So it fits really well. Facepad on the new version is the same as the old one, which is both good and bad. So if you've got an Elite style head strap, then it's good news, because the extra width at the top helps to distribute the weight of the headset across your forehead. It almost acts like a integrated halo forehead strap into your facial interface. And it does that really well, so that'll allow you to play for longer and be more comfortable when you're doing it. However, if you've got a halo style head strap, then you can run into issues with this wider bar at the top sort of conflicting with the forehead bar on the halo head strap. Now, I personally haven't had any problems with this because I've got a big noggin of a head, so I can actually make the halo strap and this work together to act as this massive sort of weight distribution bar across the top of my head, and it works really well. The headset feels so much lighter with both of those together. However, there are other people online that have reported problems with this not being compatible with halo head straps, and I think that's because they've got smaller heads and therefore the forehead bar of the halo head strap sort of conflicts with this. So big head, I think you'll be fine, small head not so much. However, if you use an Elite style head strap or the elasticated head strap that comes with the Quest 3, you're going to be fine. Out of the box, this facial interface comes with 2 face pads, which is pretty cool. It comes with the faux leather one installed by default, which is nice and comfortable and easy to wipe down and keep clean. However, it also comes with this ice cool cotton pad. The point of it is to actually soak in the sweat so it doesn't run down your face. And it's also got some cool memory gel inside it, which helps to keep you cool. And when you've finished using it, you can just wash it, dry it, and then put it back on again. So for active sports, this is actually a really good option. I didn't really have any issues with it either. The only thing is probably the same thing I mentioned when they released this one. I would like to see more face pad options. So I did find that the face pad on here was a little thin. It's not particularly dense foam, so when it's compressed on your head, you get quite close to the lenses. Now I like that, getting as close to the lenses as you possibly can, but not everybody does. So I would have liked to see maybe a denser foam and maybe a couple of different face pad options, like a thin and a thick. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Overall, I really enjoyed using this facial interface. It's comfortable to wear so I can game for longer. It blocks out a ton of light. It keeps me cool. It's just a really good facial interface to have. So I think if you're looking to get one to upgrade your Quest 3, then you should definitely have a look at this. And at the moment it's only $36, which is a pretty good price. And if you go online and use some discount codes, which I'll put in the description, you'll get it for even less. If you want to look at some more Quest 3 accessories, then be sure to check out the link up here. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please don't forget to like and share it. Consider subscribing if you're not. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.